everyone, and welcome back to my channel. And if this is your first time here, then hi, my name is Lauren. And on my channel, we mostly talk about anything luxury, but we also discuss lifestyle and beauty. So if you're interested in any of these topics, please consider subscribing to my channel, and we'll get started with the video. So in today's video, I'm going to be presenting you some Hermes bags alternatives. So I'll be presenting you alternatives for the Hermes Birkin, the Kelly, the Conance, as well as the Picotin. So if you're curious to see what my options are, then please keep on watching. So if, like me, you're into brands, you do know that Hermes bags are number one, very expensive, but also number two, very, very hard to get. There's either a wait list, you need to spend a lot of money beforehand, or you can try your luck on the website, maybe for a Picotin, and still, I mean, they're gone like the minute that they get on the website. So very, very hard to get your hands on an Hermes bag. So that's why I came up with this idea of alternatives that could be used for Hermes bags. These are actually going to be bags that I do not have, so I will be including pictures either here or here. So let's start off with an alternative for the Hermes Birkin. And here my choice is going to be the Yves Saint Laurent Sac de Jour in size small, and it retails for $3,300 plus tax. This is actually a bag that I used to have and that I sold a long time ago. And so the reason why I chose it as an alternative to the Hermes Birkin is because it's extremely sturdy. The quality really is there. Obviously, you know, Hermes has like an amazing craftsmanship. The quality of the leather is to die for. That makes sense. And I think the price also does reflect that. But right here for the Yves Saint Laurent bag, it definitely has the aesthetics of the Hermes Birkin, but it also has the quality and the sturdiness. This is not going to be the type of bag that's going to die on you or anything like that. One of the things that I actually like better than the Hermes Birkin is the structure. This is a very, very well structured bag, and so you don't need a bag organizer or anything like that. I think in an Hermes Birkin you would need a bag organizer. But right here for the Yves Saint Laurent bag, you don't need any of that. There are inside pockets that are already placed there for you. This is also a bag that can carry a laptop, so very, very practical. I used to have, I believe when I had this bag, I had a 12-inch MacBook. And that definitely fits in the bag. I did, by the way, a very, very long time ago, a comparison video between the Yves Saint Laurent Sac de Jour in size small, when I still had it, and then the Sac de Jour in size nano, which I still have. So if you're interested in comparing these sizes, then I will go ahead and leave the link to the video in the little information link over here for you to see it. But in my mind, it has the classic level, the classic look of an Hermes bag without the hefty price tag. It has the quality, the sturdiness, the longevity. It's also a bag that felt, relatively speaking, carefree. I didn't feel like it was the type of bag that would get ruined. I did spill, I believe, coffee on it, and the stains came right off. So I felt confident, you know, taking it out and kind of using this bag as like an everyday bag, or as, you know, a bag that's used pretty often, which is not going to be the case of an Hermes Birkin, of course. So that's also one of the big pros of this Yves Saint Laurent bag. Next up, we have an alternative for the Hermes Kelly, and here it's going to be the Louis Vuitton Cluny bag in size BB, and it retails for $2,440 plus tax. I actually really like this bag. So this has been a bag that I've been kind of thinking about getting for a while. I'm still more or less on the lookout for an everyday bag for fall and winter. I have one for summer, which is the Dior Bobby bag in size medium in color latte, so like almost white. Clearly not the best option for fall and winter, so I'm still in desperate need of one for fall and winter. And I really like the look of this one. It seems very practical. I do like the fact that it closes easily. I first got a Louis Vuitton pochette métisse a while ago, and I tried that and it really didn't work for me. First, I didn't like the look of the bag, I think. The closure system was really not practical. I think it took me forever to open the bag every time. So here it seems much more practical, which is definitely something that I appreciate. And the look of it really reminds me of the Hermes Kelly for obviously a lot less money. So $2,400, I feel like it's a very reasonable price for a handbag. It's a very fair price. LV does have some quality issues, so that's also something that's going to be different from Hermes, so definitely be mindful of that. But other than that, I feel like it's going to be a carefree option, especially if you choose it in something like empreinte, leather. I would probably personally stay away from the classic monogram because of the patina that's going to appear on the handle. It's not something that I personally like, but again, that's kind of a personal choice. But other than that, I like the look of it. I feel like it's aesthetic, but it's not too much. So it's kind of like let's call it like on the down low Hermes Kelly. It's like not like screaming for attention, but it's casual, it's nice, it seems practical, and it does remind me a lot of this look of you know, like a little, I don't know how you call this in English, like maybe a little pouch or something like that. It really does look a lot like the Hermes Kelly. The next bag that I'm going to show you an alternative for is going to be the Hermes Conance. And here my pick would be again an Yves Saint Laurent bag, and this time it's the Yves Saint Laurent Manhattan shoulder bag, and it retails for $2,800 plus tax. So I would start with the cons here, and I don't know why, but for me it's the price. This bag seems to have such a hefty price tag for an Yves Saint Laurent bag. I don't know why, it kind of shocks me. I wasn't thinking the same for the Sac de Jour. I think it's because it's, you know, it's a model that's been here for so long, so I've seen kind of the price slowly increase little by little. But here, $2,800 for a relatively speaking small bag, it's quite shocking. But anything else, I will say, if you're willing to pay that price, anything else is like amazing. I love the strap system. I feel like it looks just like the one from Hermes. It's adjustable, so very practical if you're super tall, if you're super short. The bag will work. It's a crossbody bag, it doesn't really matter. And I love like the closure system. I feel like the closure system really reminds me of like an Hermes kind of, you know, of course it's not a logo, but it's an Hermes style closure system. Let's say I really like this bag. I feel like it's almost like more dressed up than the Hermes one. Like the Hermes one, it's nice, but because the logo of it is like so big, the Hermes like closure system is so big on the bag, it no longer in my mind looks like super dressed up. But here it's like very discreet, very sleek, elegant, would kind of, you know, send me these vibes of like quiet luxury versus loud luxury. I think that's an interesting distinction here. I would say the Hermes one is definitely the loud one. And then this bag would be, you know, the quiet luxury. If you look at this bag from far away, you know that it's going to be expensive because of the craftsmanship, the aesthetic, the look of it. Looks like there's going to be, you know, a lot of research that's put in the bag, but then there's not going to be like a massive logo. So that's some of the things that I appreciate about this handbag, and I would say in a way it is almost better than the Hermes version. And lastly, and it's going to be my favorite both for the Hermes bag and the alternative, is going to be the Hermes Picotin. I love this bag. I've been kind of like on and off trying to get one, but it's very difficult. I feel like I lose patience very quickly on the website, so I also see only some that like are in colors that are not interesting to me, so I wouldn't want to, you know, like go through that process. If it's to get a bag that like I don't like the color of, then I'm stuck, you know, with a bag that I have to resell, and it's just complicated. So it is a bag that I love, that I've been trying to get for a while, and in my mind the best alternative would actually be from a contemporary brand, and that's going to be Longchamp. And my recommendation is the Longchamp Roseau bucket bag, and it retails for only $355 plus tax. So definitely very different from all of the prices that I have mentioned earlier. This is a bag that I love. I feel like it looks just like the Hermes Picotin. It has that same like horse bucket feeder type of shape. Now the one thing is obviously kind of depending on you know, the type of color that you were intending on getting. for your picotin, this is mostly the Longchamp one going to be a summer bag. So, you know, I wouldn't necessarily plan on wearing that in the winter or in the fall, but the nice thing about it is that the price totally allows you to buy like a couple of more handbags, and, you know, not having felt like you spend a lot of money. So that would be fine for me. I really like the look of it. It's so cute. It's so like cute and little, but at the same time distinguished. Like, I don't know how to explain that. I feel like the picotin is very distinguished, but it's not cute. I don't think it is, especially not without the twilly or not without some sort of, you know, added something on the bag. But right here, I feel like it's such a cute little bag. It's perfect. You don't need to add anything. You don't need to add like the little horse. You don't need to add a twilly. You don't need anything. It just looks good on its own. The one thing that I would be concerned would be the durability and the wear and tear. So if you plan on getting this handbag, I would definitely do some research beforehand. Longchamp is obviously a brand that has been around for a really long time, but because of the color and because of the type of material that the bag is, definitely a little bit more iffy than an Hermes picotin, but this bag, both of them actually do look gorgeous. So to end on a nice note, these were my favorite picks. So that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that this video was informational and beneficial for you in case, like me, you were kind of getting fed up with Hermes and you were, you know, not willing to put up with their ridiculous wait list and their ridiculous prices and, you know, their way of doing things. I wanted to show you that there were alternatives, that there were other bags that looked equally as good, if not sometimes better, that didn't have all of these other inconveniences. So if you did enjoy the video, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one.